next speaker, a bug is no match for. He's a big fella. Played in the NFL, Kansas City Chiefs. Got some Kansas City fans. Jacksonville Jaguars.
Go Chiefs!
Chiefs.
Some team named the Bengals. I don't know. Played in the NFL. He is now one of the top leadership coaches in the country. He speaks on it. He preaches it. He knows what he's talking about. Incredibly dynamic speaker. I want you to get your hands together. Round of applause for Santos Stevens.
Invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society. These restraints, money, clown, fame.
So, here's my issue all the time whenever we do, right? It's a little late in the morning. All of y'all in here right now just like, well, they told me to be the best. I have resigned myself to be the best, but I'm not gonna tell anybody else, right? So right now you're in that funky place where it's kind of like you're trying to process all of what actually happened and what you're actually going to take home, right? But you haven't said anything to anybody about it. Now, here's what I want you to do. You got a minute and a half. I want you to find somebody that you wouldn't have come here with, that you wouldn't associate with, that you wouldn't even talk to under normal circumstances. And it's somebody in here like that. Guaranteed. Find that person. You got a minute and a half. I need you to tell them two things. I need you to tell them why you came and what you hope to get and take home. Right? For most men, when we come to stuff like this, and your wife knows that you came to stuff like this, she either wants you to leave something here or she wants you to take something back. Right? So, you got a minute and a half. Go! Anybody. Find somebody you wouldn't normally talk to.
How are you, sir? Dean, you're the sexy male she was talking about. I pay attention. How are you? Where are you guys from? So, I have a friend up there. Her name is a tatty investor. She's a young girl, dark hair, and all kinds of tattoos.
1 minute.
So I pay attention to Lincoln quite often. All over social media. Have you always been from Lincoln?
We grew up in Sydney, farther west, Isabella.
Yeah.
We grew up there, and I met her
Oh, wow.
Time. Make it back to your seat, please. Time. Make it back to your seat.
Mom and Dad.
Time. Make it back to your seat.
You work the family relationships.
But I didn't know a couple of years.
Count.
Take advantage of the big Cadillac.
Yeah, I got to drive a couple. So we're not married yet. I told her that we flew in last time.
Dean, very nice to meet you.
So I got her still, so
Oh, that was
that's my first time.
So it was funny. Sean said,
killed it.
hey,
Yeah, she did. She
the
did.
people that came on before him talked about the stuff that he was going to talk about in his presentation. I think everybody feels that way whenever you get up to speak.
Right, thank you.
Nothing wrong with that. I look at it this way. If another person gets up and they speak before you, and then you come and actually lay something down flat, and I go, man, I get it this time, that's just confirmation. The truth is a lot of us have had different journeys. But in some cases, there's information that all of us need. So it's a common thread throughout. Somebody answer this one. Are dragons real?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Are they real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I think about them, right, I don't think about the fire-breathing kind, right? I think as a leader, we talk about drained vision, destroying teams, paralyzing in progress. These are all things he just now talked about. That's all things that people talked about previously, right? The biggest dragon for leaders today is fear, burnout, uncertainty, and people problems. How many of y'all would be willing to admit that on a regular basis you have in your group people problems?
I am the people
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. All right, so great leaders aren't those who avoid dragons. They learn how to slay. Huh? I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I love like anything having to do with swords, any of the armor, battles, all that type of stuff, right? And I always talk about that like, oh yeah, well that's what we're gonna do, right? As if, you know, I'm standing on the wall or whatever the case is about to fight a giant or something. I love all of that stuff. But the truth is we're all getting dressed in the morning to do something, right? A lot of times as leaders, we need to face this stuff head on. And we've got to have on the right gear. So when I played, I don't know if you guys know what Wedge Buster is. Anybody ever heard of a Wedge Buster?
Is it you?
Wedge Buster was a guy who was on the cusp of making the team but not making the team, right? What they told him was, listen, you stand over here and right before the kickoff, you pick 3 guys. 1, 2, 3. You go down, and when you hit, all 3 need to be on the ground. We need to see it on video. We don't have timeouts for you. You get your behind off the field, as busy as you're gonna be, but we need those 3 guys on the ground because that's gonna make us successful. Part of your crazy job as a wedge buster was to run down full speed, find those 3 guys, pow, hit all of them on the ground, you get up, you jog off the field. Don't get in the way, don't try and get TV time, don't wave to your mom. I used to wave. But I did have to get off the field. The truth is, for most of us, as leaders, as business developers, as owners, we're in that mode. And for many of us, we are ill-equipped to really do what we came to do. Look at that. On this side right here, that's what we believe we live in the house as. We think that's what we look like. I'm fully armed. That's what we usually are. Huh? Yeah, when the heat turns up, what happens to potatoes? They get cooked, they get mushy on the inside. The fact is you're not fully ready for the day, fully ready for the event, fully ready for anything. But you believe that you are. All right, so let's talk about these dragons. Number 1, fear of failure. Todd just talked about it, but I'll tell you this. What's crazy is when you look at the amount of fear that's there, right? All right, it stops innovation. It causes micromanagement. Hey, listen, if you're going to stand over my shoulders, then you do it. Fact is, you got to trust people. You can't trust them until you train them, all right? Now, it leads to small things. If you're afraid, they used to tell us, stay on the porch. Which means you can't run with the big dogs if you're afraid. Stay on the porch. Now, leadership truth, fearful leaders create fearful organizations. If you're afraid, all the folks around you are going to be afraid too. All right, 2, comfort and complacency. Talked about this too. Nothing worse than when I go in, you hire me as a consultant, I walk into the place and you go, well, we've always done it this way.
Oh, man.
Huh? We've always done it this way. And it's usually some older dude in the back goes, I don't know, we spend money for nothing. We've always done it this way. So success sometimes can be the enemy of growth. Leadership truth. What got you here won't always get you there. Right? Well, you know, when you really break it down and start thinking about it, a lot of us believe that if we don't change or if we actually open ourselves up to innovation, then it's going to minimize our chances of being successful. And the truth is what's actually out there isn't that scary if you actually open yourself up to it. And maybe take a class, maybe actually do some things with AI, maybe actually go somewhere where somebody's doing something a little different than what you're comfortable with. 3rd dragon, conflict, misalignment, lack of trust. That's what your people. You know they're talking bad about you in the parking lot. When they leave, they're talking bad about you, right? Keep in mind, leadership is not always, well, leadership is always about the people, never just strategy, right? It's always about the people. If your people do not trust you and or believe in you, he's not going anywhere. All right? Now, this one's crazy. Vision drift. Think about it like this. You get busy, right? All of the plans that you had, y'all had this great meeting at the beginning of the year. You put all of this other stuff up on the board. You talked about how great it was going to be. You talked about how fantastic this year was going to be, how we're going to walk it out. Then somewhere in the middle of everything, usually round about now, close to March, almost like a resolution, you forgot all of it. Right? You forgot the why. Where vision fades, the vision grows. All right, so here's the good news. I'm gonna walk y'all back out of it. Here's your 4 weapons. All right, courage, speak truth, make hard decisions, take calculated risk. I didn't say take risks, I said calculated risk. Which means you sit down and think about it. Don't just throw money at it. Don't just throw people and their time at it. Take calculated risks. All right? Leadership is not the absence of fear. It's movement despite. Some of y'all wake up like I do at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and you start thinking, man, what's going to happen today? Here's how you flip that. You wake up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, you write down whatever the idea that was that came to you, and you go, you know what? God, I know you got this. I need about another 2 hours. Go back to sleep.
Ah, yes.
That's his job. It ain't yours. Do your part. I tell my sons all the time, I'm very clear about my job. My job is your dad. If you run off in there, I'm running off in there with you. But make no mistake about it. If things get tough, I'm cutting it out and you getting back out. I'm for certain I'm good at that job. Right? Weapon 2, clarity. Clear vision, priorities, expectations. Listen, clarity reduces anxiety, increases performance. Think about this. If your thoughts are muddled, if in fact you don't spend enough time talking with your group about the expectation, if you have not walked them through what can actually help them win every single time, they don't really trust you. They don't trust you. That's just like muddy water. Would you drink it? Some of y'all said, yeah, I would drink it. No, you wouldn't. Fact is, if you're not clear, your people aren't clear either. Character. Listen, I say this almost every time. Success, well, skill builds success. Character sustains it. Your folks need to be able to trust you in that way. Consistency builds credibility. How many of you guys show up whenever you feel like showing up and just expect your folks to run the office? No. They need to know your schedule. They need to know when you're coming in and out. They need to know they can count on you. If they call, don't go, oh my God, what are you calling about? They need to know. You're in it with them. Matter of fact, your name is on the front of the building. You got more to lose than they do. People follow leaders they trust, not just people they admire.
Yes.
Huh? Be that guy or girl. All right, this is number 4 right here. Commitment to others. Develop people. Hey man, let me be real about something. If in fact you aren't building people, what are you in business?
Yeah.
Why are you there? Right? So your legacy is not what you build. It's who you build. Because at some point you're gone. And the people you build will carry on your legacy. All right. So now, practical application. Well, I wound up having to run up out of here because I gave y'all a few extra minutes on the top. You know, y'all should love me for that. You fool around and hugged a couple people that you wouldn't have normally hugged. I saw that. That was good. God bless you. You know, y'all might be good for the right hand of fellowship at a couple churches. Yeah, I don't know about your chicken cooking yet, so I'm not going to put you in that place. What it is. All right, so now here's what you got to ask yourself. This is the practical application. If you don't leave here home with any other notes, these are the ones you need to leave with. What dragon is threatening my leadership right now in my own business? Right? Where am I leading from fear instead of courage. What clarity does my team need, absolutely need from me? And who am I developing? God bless you. All right? I'm going to say this again. If you're not developing anybody, find you somebody. And you throughout the Bible, everybody got developed. Paul had to Timothy. Guarantee you this. If Paul was here right now, we'll all be getting a letter. You believe that? All right, so here's the challenge, right? Walk back into your office either later on tonight or tomorrow and ask yourself, what dragon am I called to slay? Not just for myself, but for my team, for my organization, and for my future, right? And that doesn't just have to be at the office. How many dads I got in here? Let's be real, man. What dragon are you called to slay for your family? Several years ago, right? I was playing, I got hurt. Came home, my youngest son, well, my oldest son was probably about 4. I'm gimping around the house. I'm picking him up, I'm holding him, playing, whatever else. But I knew I wasn't going to be able to play again. So I took him home. So I'm sitting there and I'm going, okay, well, what's the next phase of your existence? What are you going to do next? And it wasn't based on a business that I had started or a business that I've been working with, anything else. But it was a decision in my mind as to, amidst all this chaos, what in the world am I going to do to free these people up? Because financially, if I wasn't still working, if I wasn't building a business, if I didn't take on the challenge, then guess who would be in jeopardy? All of those folks. They depended on me. And the fact is there's a lot of people right now that are dependent on all of you all. And you got to make your mind up. And it's not always just financial. Your legacy is based on what you do to build those people up in the moment and to take them to the next level. What time are you spending with them, Daddy? If you're at the office, you ain't spending no time with them. If you leave when it's dark and you come home when it's dark, you sleep both times. You get to the house and eat dinner with some folks.
Yeah.
All right, now, QR codes are for everybody. Free strategy session. All you got to do is go and fill out the information. I'd love to be able to go ahead on and talk with you. Keep one thing in mind. One sword is good, but 2 swords are better when you're fighting dragons. I got a second one for you. All you got to do is fill out the information. I'll be at that back table back there with my books and whatever else. Y'all can come back and talk to me. I might not hug all of you, because some of y'all coughing. I'm just messing with y'all, man. I'd love to talk with all of you. But the fact is we are all in this together. And the one thing that Todd said and several other speakers have said before me, don't just come here and decide, oh, it was a good day and I left out. Leave out with something.
Yeah.
At
Yes.
least one thing that you can capitalize on.
Yes.
God bless you guys. I'm back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Santo Stevens.